For thousands of years, different diseases have spread across the world, wiping out whole towns, cities, and even cultures, but none is as infamous as smallpox. The earliest evidence of smallpox can be seen in Egyptian mummies dating back to 1500 BC, and the fall of the Roman Empire could possibly be attributed to smallpox plagues. By the 6th century, smallpox was ingrained in European and Asian societies, killing 30% of all infected. Then, when the Spanish landed in the Americas, they brought smallpox with them too. It tore through indigenous people who had little immunity to such a novel virus. Killing over 90% of its victims, smallpox seemingly flattened the Incan and Aztec empires overnight. At this time, there was little concept of germs or germ theory. It was thought that the Europeans got an idea from the Ottoman Empire, who got it from the Chinese, but somewhere of unknown date and origins, someone thought, I'll take these crusty scabs from the sick person and blow them into the nostrils of this healthy person and see what happens. The results? The healthy became mildly sick, usually got better, and never contracted smallpox again. Thus, variolation was born. It was the best form of prevention at the time, but was not without risks. Variolation killed 1 to 2% of those infected, but in comparison to the 30% chance of death of those who contracted it naturally and the chance to cause local epidemics, people thought it worth the risk. Then along came Edward Jenner. Born in 1749, he was variolated for smallpox in his early school years, and when he turned 14, he became an apprentice to a surgeon, eventually becoming a country doctor, traveling by horseback between the towns and villages of England. The western rural areas of England had folklore about how the milkmaids who contracted cowpox, a mild relative of smallpox, from their dairy cows would never get the deadly smallpox. He heard rumors people would purposefully infect themselves with cowpox too, so he decided to test this theory. In 1796, Jenner took cowpox pus from the hand of Sarah Nelms and rubbed it into a cut on 8-year-old James Phipps's arm. He waited about a month and then exposed the boy to smallpox. Magically, nothing happened, and James Phipps never contracted smallpox on any other occasion he was exposed to it. Jenner continued to test the magical protective powers of the cowpox variolation, which soon became known as vaccination. Finally, about 200 years later, the smallpox disease that spread like wildfire across the world was finally declared eradicated in 1980. Now, very few people are vaccinated for smallpox because there is none in the wild. The only known samples of live smallpox virus are stored deep within the vaults of the CDC lab in Georgia and another in Siberia. But even from the freezer, these samples strike fear in the hearts of many because someday they may become biological weapons. We may yet again see mass extinction, except this time it will be deliberately spread by humans.